You've still got it then.
Yeah, I've got a good welcome there, didn't I?
It's good to see. Thank you so much for being on the show, Michael. It's so nice to see you.
It's a pleasure.
Well, it's very nice to see you. I didn't think you were in LA anymore. Are you over here doing the film, promoting the film?
Yeah, I live in England. I was just here promoting. I'm just here promoting this film. We open it here,
right,
and then we go to New York and open it. Then I go back to England.
It's that you play a magician in this film.
I play a magician. I actually play what they used to call it. It's set in Victorian England. They used to call it the ingénieur, the engineer.
Right.
I play the old guy who actually makes these enormous tricks. I mean, it's not like little card tricks.
Right.
These are enormous, great things that he makes for these two young magicians.
So you're the wise older...
I'm the wise older man. I do a lot of that lately.
It's the same. Yeah, that's right. They've given you a lot.
I've been specialising in wisdom for about 3 years now. The money's not as good as specialising in girls.
Yeah.
You do that when you're younger, and then you get older, and then you specialise in wisdom.
Well, that's all right. You're still working. Come on.
I'm still working.
How many films have you done then, now, do you think?
I've played the lead in about 75 or 76 movies.
Yeah.
But when I was young, I had a lot of struggle trying to get into movies, so I was always playing one-day parts.
Right.
You know, I'd be the butler who'd come in at the end and say dinner is served, or the detective who'd come at the end and say, come along with me, and take the criminal out. I always had one line, which on the first 2 takes I usually forgot anyway.
Right.
You know. So if you look up on Google or something, look me up, there's about 150 titles, and you think, this guy must be 100.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's just that I did all these movies where I said one line.
Right.
And they put the titles in like they were sort of big important.
Well, yeah, they say, well, now the movie is big and important because you're in this. Oh, yes, we had Michael Caine in our film.
Yeah. But it's funny, Google, I looked on there, and you don't know what people write about it because, and then there are 7 million items on me on Google.
Yeah.
7 million.
Yeah.
And you go...
Have you read them all?
I started them.
Yeah.
I'm up to 156.
Do you go on the internet? Do you do all that? Do you have a MySpace page?
I go on Google because I'm an information buff. I certainly don't Google to look things up on me because I know all about
me.
You know
that?
Anyway. I look things up on other people. But Google's extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, it's never anything that you can think of that you go on there and there's something quite obscure and you go on. You say, I've never heard of that. I wonder, and you go on, and there's 750,000
They
items
can tell you
on
anything
this
you
thing
want to know.
you've never heard of.
Anything you want to know. They know everything.
They know.
Yeah, they're like my mum.
Yeah.
They know everything.
Yeah,
they can do that.
Yeah.
So, listen, you've done, what, 100 or 70-something?
Say 77
77
films,
when you're the lead in. Did you ever do a film and you thought, oh, I wish I hadn't done that one?
Oh, you do it afterwards, you wish you'd had it.
All right,
But you've got to remember, a movie is a collaborative thing.
Right.
So you can go into it with the best will in the world, you know, and then suddenly after about a week you go, oh, however am I going to finish this movie?
Yeah.
And you know, you make mistakes, yeah, we all do, but I mean, but if ever a movie is successful, that's the miracle.
Right.
That's what it is.
Well, certainly
because
if I was
so many,
involved in it.
Because there's so many people involved. Everyone, you know, you've got 150 people who can all screw up.
Yeah.
Destroy the whole bloody thing.
Yeah. No, unlike here, where we have about 20 people who can all screw up and frequently do.
Yeah. No, but you have one person here who doesn't have to screw up, and it's you.
Yeah,
and
that's
you don't
true,
screw up, and then it's great.
Yeah.
And
if I screw up, that's where they go, oh, he screwed up again.
You screw up, you'll be looking for a career in movies.
Yeah. I'd be the one who said, right, come with me, or dinner is served.
You'll be doing 110 movies.
What about you did the movie, the only movie you did in Scotland was Kidnapped, wasn't it? And I was reading
Kidnapped.
Wasn't that one that you got into a bit of a problem with?
Well, the Kidnapped was, we got, and then they ran out of money and nobody got paid.
That would make me a little cross.
But I had an agent, and my money was in escrow.
Right.
So I got paid, but then I had to give it all back to the crew. You know, we all shared it out.
I know. We have to take a break. We'll be right back with Michael Caine, everybody. Listen, when you were making Alfie, and back in the day, because you're not from, like, I always thought actors, when I was growing up, were like, from the upper classes. They were all kind of, you know...
Well, when I was growing up, they were.
Right.
Yeah, they all talked, you know, it's all terribly like that.
I'd say anything interesting in your newspaper.
Yeah,
all that.
And I... When I was watching movies, I always liked American movies,
right?
Because they're about working class people,
right?
It's like British war films were always about officers,
right?
American war films are about privates,
right?
No,
privates. They make some of those films over in the Valley. Yeah,
they make those as well.
Yeah.
But I mean about soldiers.
I like those films too.
Yeah, but these are films about soldiers who hadn't any rank.
Right.
Rankless soldiers. As opposed to ranking officers.
Ranking officers, yeah.
We're getting further and further in the mire here, aren't we? What did they say? If you find yourself in a hole, stop digging.
Yeah, really. Let's talk about because you come from the Elephant and Castle, right?
Yeah,
in London.
The Elephant and Castle, which is a very rough district. It's a bit
is, actually, isn't it? Still is a bit rough, the Elephant.
Oh, it's very rough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rougher than when I was there.
Really? Because they knocked it all down, didn't they?
They knocked it all down, and then they put it all up again.
Right.
And then the people who lived there, they knocked it all down. So they're putting it all up again.
Yeah.
But it's a very rough place. The place is called the Elephant and Castle because there's a great big pub there called the English pub, called the Elephant and Castle. But it wasn't originally called it. I'm a Cockney. We're Cockneys with this accent like mine. And Prince Charles, King Charles II, had a Spanish mistress called the Infanta de Castile. And they opened a pub there when she died, and they called it the Infanta de Castile. And the Cockneys couldn't pronounce it, so they called it the Elephant Castle.
That's fantastic. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where the name came from.
Do you ever go back, because you live in London now, do you ever go back there and have a look around?
I go back sometime. I tell you who came from near me is Charlie Chaplin. And I remember once, I went back and I'm looking around, the old streets and everything, and there was Charlie Chaplin doing the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
You bumped into him walking around it?
Yeah, we were both walking around on the same day. It was quite extraordinary.
You imagine some bloke coming out of the Elephant and Castle after a few drinks and you and Charlie Chaplin.
No, he came going home and he says to his wife, you know what I saw today? Charlie Chaplin and Michael Caine. She said, you bloody drunk, get out.
Did you meet a lot of resistance coming up as an actor because you weren't from the upper class? Because Britain, I think the real failing, if Britain has a real serious flaw, is that class system thing.
Well, the whole class system is a serious flaw.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you really had to be posh, shall we say, to be an actor when I was young. And also, when I told my father that I wanted to be an actor, he naturally assumed I was gay. Because all the actors talk like this, and all us guys are going, oh, they're all gay, aren't they? But what happened, I was very fortunate because the English working class writers came along, John Osborne, we'd look back in anger, and Arnold Wesker in the kitchen, and they started writing about people like me, because everybody was coming in tennis shorts through French windows, saying Bunty's having a party, let's all go up to London. And,
there's nothing gay about that.
No, nothing about that. And we're all sitting there going, I don't know what's going on.
Bunty's having a party.
Bunty's having a party. Well, I never ever had to say
that.
Do
you mix with that set now, though? Because, I mean, they must swarm
There is a sort of lovey set,
Yeah.
There's sort of actors who say, oh, hello, darling, hello. There's one actor who always calls me Heart.
Yeah?
Heart.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but he just does.
That might be a gay thing.
But movie actors are not like that, because movie actors are sort of more common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trash, really.
Yeah,
trash.
Yeah, we were trailer trash without the trailer.
We have to take a break. We have to take a break. We'll be right back with Michael Caine, everyone.
The Human Project gives this great big dinner for all the scientists and sages in the world. They're tossing around theories about the ultimate mystery. Why are women infertile? Why can't we make babies anymore? Some of them say it's genetic experiments, gamma rays, pollution, same old, same old. Anyway, in a corner, this Englishman's sitting. He hasn't said a word. He's just tucking into his dinner. So they decide to ask him. They say, well, why do you think we can't make babies anymore? And he looks up at them, and he's chewing on this great big wing. And he says, I haven't the faintest idea, he said. But this stalk is quite tasty, isn't it?
Clive Owen. Clive Owen.
Yeah. I like Clive Owen.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the new one. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Michael Caine. That was a clip with Clive Owen you were working with there.
Yeah, that's right. That's a movie called Children of Men.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a very, very dark movie we made in England. And with Clive Owen. He's one of the reasons I did it. I think he's a wonderful actor.
I was going to ask you, who do you like as the new English actors coming out now? Do you like Jude Law? Jude Law did Alfie, of course.
Well, Jude Law. I once made a movie called Sleuth with Laurence Olivier.
Yeah,
I'm about to do a remake of it with Jude Law.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, and everybody does Michael Caine impersonation. You know that as well, don't they? All British actors, everybody. I've been known to even do it on this show.
You've done it on this show?
Not much.
Not much.
Yeah. But
yeah, well, I'm the easiest person to impersonate. Everybody can do me.
I know. It's true. It's true. I think, but not well. What we do is
they're not very good.
No, I usually, if I put a spin on it, I do Michael Caine in space.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to see one?
Yeah, go on.
All right, then. Have we got one?
It's Michael Caine in space.
What do you call a lesbian in space? Alien DeGeneres. Come on. Come on.
I'm sorry about
That's what you do behind my back.
Yeah, behind your back, yeah.
You can't trust him.
No, I know. I do Sean as well, because you and Sean Connery are still great mates, aren't you?
Yeah. How does it sound? You do Sean for
me. He talks a bit like this. You know, 10 shillings was 10 shillings to pipe Major McCrinnan. That kind of thing. That's from, you did the Man Who Would Be King, which I think is one of the best movies of all time.
I did it with Sean, yeah. John Huston directed it. Yeah.
No, it was a long story to get that movie together, wasn't it? It was like he was trying and trying.
Yeah. That was very funny. It's funny how you get movie parts. I was in Paris with my wife, staying in a hotel.
Right.
And then the phone went, and I said, hello. And I said, Michael Caine. I said, yes, this is John Huston. And I went, all right, who is it? I thought it was one of my friends taking the piss. You know?
Yeah.
And he said, no, it's John Huston. Could I speak? And I said, no, who is it? Who is it? Come on. Is it you, Sid? It's you, isn't it? No, it's John Huston. So I thought, it sounds like John Huston.
Yeah, a bit like John Huston.
So I said, it's Michael Caine. He said, can you meet me and talk about a film? I said, yeah. I said, when do you want to meet? He said, what are you doing now? You know, the way John talked, he said, what are you doing now? And I said, well, I'm with my wife in the Georges V Hotel in Paris. I said, where are you? He said, I'm in the bar next door.
Really?
Yeah. And then I went, and he said, come down. So I went down there, and he said, do you know The Man Who Would Be King by Roger Kipling? I said, yes, I do. He said, I'm going to make a film of it. So he said, I want you to play Peachy Carnahan. He said, I've been trying to make this film for years. And he said he was originally going to make it with Humphrey Bogart and Clark Gable.
Yeah, that's what I heard, yeah.
And Humphrey Bogart was my favourite actor, you know? And here I was replacing Humphrey Bogart.
That's fantastic.
And it was great. And then Sean Connery was cast in the Clark Gable part.
Yeah, he's quite a powerful figure, Sean, as well. That must have been...
Oh, yeah. I met Sean. He was... I'll tell you a story. They were doing South Pacific, right? And they had all these sort of big, tough American sailors. They had to sing, there is nothing like a dame, nothing in this. And so this producer, he said, we'll audition some chorus boys. You know, and English chorus boys at that time were not very butch.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think there are much more boots now. No, it's not,
either. And so they're all going, there's nothing like a dame. Oh, in this. And he said, we can't use these. And so he said, and what he did, he sent round to all the gymnasiums to get all these guys, like the big weightlifters, so they could be like big sailors with T-shirts and vests on. And Sean was trying to be Mr. Universe. He was like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And he was enormous. And he got a part in the chorus of South Pacific. And on the very first night, very first Saturday, they opened on the Thursday, and on the Saturday, I went to a party with two girls, right? And Sean came in.
Right.
And he looked round the party, and he spotted me with two girls, and I became his instant new best friend.
Yeah, that's right. And it's lasted all these years.
And it's lasted all these years.
Michael, it's been a joy talking to you. I wish we had more time.
Well,
it's an honour that you came on our show. Michael Caine, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back. My first guest tonight is a Hollywood icon. I mean, an icon. Every time he comes to this show, I think, why is he coming to the show? He doesn't have to be at this show. I mean, he's really, he's like, whoa. I mean, when he comes out, you'll be like, what? And I'll be like, yeah. And you'll be like, yeah, are you kidding? I'm like, I'm not kidding. He's in a new movie. It's called Is Anybody There? It's in theatres on Friday. Please welcome the legend that is Michael Caine, everybody. Welcome, Michael. Welcome. How very nice to see you again.
It's great to see you, yeah.
I'm always delighted when you come on the show. A little surprised, but delighted.
You're surprised I come on, are you?
Yeah, I am a little bit.
Yeah, I would be if I were you. Yeah.
Still, it's nice that you do it.
And I do, you know. And it's from the old country.
I think it's an old country
it's
thing,
the old
too.
country, and you're in a foreign land. And
Not anymore.
No, are you a real American?
Yeah, I became a citizen, yes.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, you didn't?
No, I'm a tourist. I'm a fan of America, though.
Oh,
big
that's good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Well, I've been working here for years.
Yes?
Yeah. Before you were born, I was.
No.
Yeah,
really? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and you got married. You got married, I hear.
I did get married, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Look, I'm wearing it's one of them new ones with the GPS in it.
I never ever...
You don't wear one?
I don't wear one. No, I never wore a ring. Ever.
How'd you get away with that?
I don't know. My wife trusts me, I think. We've been married 38 years.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And I'm quite old now, so she doesn't worry about the ring.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she should give it a passing thought from time to time.
I'll buy a thin one.
Yeah.
It's good, yeah.
What, a thin ring?
Yeah, thin ring.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
yours is thick. You see, you're a newlywed. You're all sort of...
Oh, yeah.
You're all sort of keen and stuff. And you got married in the winter.
I did get married in the winter in Vermont. Deep snow, wearing a kilt. Very dangerous.
Very dangerous. Yeah.
Where did you get married?
You can sink down.
Well, the snow rises up.
No, the snow rises. You've got lots of snow. You don't have to go out.
Yeah, well, that's
you keep
true,
in on the honeymoon, you see. You say, I don't have to go out, it's okay.
Let's stay at home.
The snow's too deep, darling, to go for a walk. Especially with a kilt.
Well, you can't go out for a walk
you can't go out in a kilt, can
Not
you?
in the snow. No, it's not right, Michael.
No, I got married in Las Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be a record then for the longest marriage that's happened in Las Vegas.
People in Las Vegas, yeah. I don't know what happened. I mean, I got married in the little chapel on the green, which turned out to be 4 square feet of AstroTurf.
Right, yeah, that
I thought I was going to get like a village green in England, you know, and I went there, and the place was famous because Tony Curtis had got married there.
Oh,
a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was very quick. and sort of, I had to get back into LA. We were shooting, and we went to a restaurant across the road, and there'd be someone you might remember, Louis Prima.
Oh,
remember
yes,
Louis
of
Prima
course.
and Keely
Yeah,
Smith?
Yeah.
They were the cabaret, and we went in this restaurant, and then we got on an airplane and went back, and we went back to the Beverly Wilshire where they had. My wife is Kashmiri, Indian, and they had an Indian suite in there.
Oh, that's nice.
And they gave us it for our first night of our honeymoon. And I didn't know that in India they put bells on the bed to make sure... And
not just in India, Michael.
no, not just in India. In Vermont too, huh?
Yeah, in Vermont. Yeah,
well,
just one bell.
It was Christmas.
Dong, dong.
Well, there were 4 bells on this bed.
Right.
And so I spent the first couple of hours of my honeymoon with a penknife trying to get the bells off the bed. It's true.
Yeah.
It has to be true because you can't make this stuff up.
No, you can't. Well, your wife must have known that bells were traditional. She would have said to you, you can leave the bells on the bed.
Yeah, but we didn't think they'd be traditional in the Beverly Wilshire.
No, you don't.
You know what I mean? We didn't know how far they would carry it.
Yeah.
They'd carried it a bell too far.
I bet one bell too far.
Bell too far.
Weren't you in that film? One bell too far?
A bridge too far.
A bridge too far.
Yeah, a bridge too far I was in. Yeah.
That's a good film. Have you ever done a film and you thought, oh, I wish I hadn't done that film?
Yeah, I'd done several. But you don't know at the time.
No,
you know?
no, I
You think to
suppose
yourself, I'm very good, and then you suddenly realise that no one else is.
But that's true in many ways. It's true. You can say it now.
Yeah.
We know.
Well, I'm old enough to say that.
Yeah, you
stuff,
can say what you want.
No one takes any notice of what you say. No,
I don't know about that.
The old dodderers.
In this film you've just done, well, you're good in it. Anyone else good in it?
Everybody is brilliant, as a matter of fact.
Really?
And I play with a little boy who's 10, and he is the best boy actor I've ever come across because he's had no training, and he's just a small boy.
Right.
And he's like a real boy. And he doesn't have one of those... You know, when you see
Couldn't you
children
get a trained
actors,
midget?
you can see they've been trained to do bad things, you know, that people never do. And he doesn't do any of those things. And he doesn't have one of those, what we call stage mothers, who are trying to sort of project the fact that they didn't do anything into the child and they want the child to become a star. His mother's an ordinary, very nice woman, and he's a wonderful boy. His name is Bill Milner. And the name of the movie is Anybody There? And he's the co-star of it with me.
And does he? What happens in the movie then?
Well, I'll cut this very short. He lives in an old people's home, old folks' home.
You do?
No, not yet. I haven't got there yet.
No, I don't mean you do.
No,
I thought your character.
I haven't got there yet in the story.
Oh, right, okay.
You've got to let me get in the story.
All right, yeah.
The little boy lives in an old folks' home because his mother and father own it.
Oh, right, okay.
And every time he makes a friend, of course, they die.
Oh,
so he goes looking for their spirits with a tape recorder and a torch and a camera. And he can never find them. And an old magician, me, comes in, basically, to die.
Right.
And he makes friends with him and he helps him find his ghosts.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fantastic film.
I'm not supposed to say that because it sounds conceited, but it is an extraordinary film.
No, it sounds... And anyway... No, it sounds fantastic.
No, it is. He hasn't seen it. I've seen it. It's bloody good.
Yeah, well, no, it sounds... Honestly, it does.
You'll love it when you see it.
No, I will.
I tell you why. Because it will make you really, really laugh, and then you will burst out crying. And I'll do both of those things to you, one after the other, I bet.
Yeah. Well, you've done that here.
I tell you what, when I was reading the script, it's produced by David Heyman, who makes a Harry Potter film.
Oh, yeah, I know
but
David,
this is not a big film. This is a little tiny film. And he loved the script. He said it to me, and I was reading it. And halfway through, I rang him, and I said, I'll do this movie. He said, you like the script? I said, well, I haven't finished it yet. He said, well, why are you phoning me before you finished? I said, because I've had a break. I thought I'd phone you during this break because I'm crying.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the only script I've ever read that made me cry. And I don't cry easily, believe me. I'm very tough. I'm tough, you know. And I'd never cry. And I was all on my own, so I cried. Oh. And I rang him and I said, I'll do it. And then he got me cheap, you see.
Yeah, no, of course.
Because he felt I was vulnerable.
What about you? Play a magician in the film?
I play a magician.
Did you learn any tricks? Did you
Yeah, I learned lots of tricks. It was very funny because I decided, as part of my character, I thought I'm going to part my hair in the middle. I don't know why I thought. And then the real magician turned up to teach me, the technical advisor, and he had his hair parted in the middle. And I thought, I've not even started a movie and I've got something right.
Yeah, you did.
And I said to him, I said, I've seen magicians before with their hair parted in the middle. I said, a lot of you seem to do that. He said, yes. He said, I said, why is that? He said, Houdini, Harry Houdini, the greatest magician of all, he had his hair parted in the middle. And all the young magicians parted their hair in the middle. So did I.
What happens if they're bald?
You wear... If you're a magician, you can't be bald.
There's got to be a bald magician somewhere.
No. They sell wigs parted in the middle. For magicians.
Yeah, I see. But do they have...
I don't know what he's doing here.
Do they have secret compartments in them?
Magicians have secret compartments everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
I had dubs coming out of. I've done a lot.
That can happen.
Yeah, it does come
Dubs
out.
coming out all over the place. More feathers.
You go to the Jets and a dub comes out. Everybody jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To you or away from you? What happens?
What?
When a bird
away from you when the dove comes out.
Right,
yeah, just in case.
Yeah. To be honest, do you like working with kids, really?
Yes, I like working... Yeah, I do. There's this old adage about, never work with kids or animals.
Yeah.
Well, I love working with them because they're so ingenuous, and I'm a bit of a kid myself, in a funny way.
Yes, I get
it.
What about animals, though? You're not
animals,
a bit of an animal, are you?
No, I'm not mad about horses and camels, because I'm not a very good rider. And camels, when they throw you up, they don't throw you off. They suddenly lie down and try to roll on your leg.
Those bastards!
Bastards, yeah. And I did, and then they won't go. They won't go where you want them to go. I know there's a scene in The Man Who Would Be King where Sean Connery and there's a long shot of a camel thing, and we're in the desert, and they're saying, then we went to Khartoum or somewhere, and at so-and-so we left the trail and went off on our own. Well, we couldn't get the camels to leave the trail. We kept getting John Huston, the director. He said, well, now you move, turn left. And we're turning left and the camels went straight on. So they cut to a long shot, and Sean Connery and I, leaving the trail, are actually two Arab camel people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, who could get them to do what they like.
Well,
they'll also spit in your face. They will. They spit at you. But there is a camel, a Somali camel, which is the most gentle of all camels. They're very, very soft. That's a true story. He's giving me a funny...
The most gentle of all camels?
Is the Somali.
All right, the Somali camel.
And they have blue eyes and very long eyelashes. It's quite...
They sound adorable.
Yeah. And all the male camels look gay.
Do they really?
Well, they've got long eyelashes. They look like they've got mascara on.
Yeah. Where did you run across a Somali camel, then?
I was doing a movie in Kenya.
Right.
And they brought some across the border, because Somalia's next to Kenya.
Right. You don't want to use a Kenyan camel.
No, the Kenyan camels, they roll over on you.
Oh, well, see, we're back.
Yeah,
we're back to them.
And I didn't want it to...
But, if I'm watching the film, I'll go, wait a minute, that's a Somali camel they got there.
If you see the blue eyes and the eyelashes.
Yeah.
I had one sequence where we forgot, and this Arab is teaching me to ride a camel, and I said, well, we're sitting on the camels going along, and I said, well, what's the one for making the camel stop and sit down? And he said, urguf.
Urguf.
Urguf. And of course, the camel stopped and sat down with me on it. And I was down there. I said, what's the Arabic for get up?
What is it?
Zid.
Zid.
And then it went zid, and then the camel comes up again. But that's all I know or want to know about camels.
Fair enough. Thank you for sharing it with us, Michael. It's always a pleasure. The great Michael Caine, everybody. Very much. There are two movie stars in the world, Sean Connery and Michael Caine. My next guest is one of them. His new memoir, The Elephant to Hollywood, is in stores now. Please welcome the legend that is Sir Michael Caine, everybody. Sir Michael Caine.
How about that, hey?
That's lovely, that is. You got the book on it, it's in the hardcover. Do you know what I like, though?
What?
Not so much the front cover, which is great,
Yes.
but the back cover. That was before it was gay to do that, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was being cheerful.
Yeah. It does, that's
They
funny
turned
now.
it into gay later.
But that does look like nowadays, if you
Yeah.
look at that, you would think, oh,
That's a guy's a gay, but we didn't bother in those days. When I posed for that, I didn't know what gay was. It's true.
All right. I like your beard.
Do you? Thank you.
I do. Yeah, it's very nice.
Love the beard, ooh la la splash.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, it's because he hasn't got one.
No, he hasn't. That's
And
not
he's
the
not
only
going to
thing.
get one either.
No, not anytime soon. You know, his penis is still in customs.
Is it?
Yeah. How are you getting over? Were you all right?
Yeah,
Did you get
mine's
through?
still there as well. I only got here yesterday.
It'll
My
probably.
voice goes up tomorrow.
Now, this is from the elephant. Tell them what the elephant is, then. From
It's called the Elephant to Hollywood. The Elephant is a very, very tough district of London, in South London, named after a pub called the Elephant and Castle. The pub was originally named, when it was built a couple of hundred years ago, it was named after King Charles II's Spanish mistress called the Infanta de Castile. And so they built this inn called the Infanta de Castile, and the Cockneys couldn't pronounce it. So they called it the Elephant and Castle.
And that's it. There's hardly any of it left now. The elephant, though, really. It's all-
No, I went back actually and shot a movie called Harry Brown, like right exactly where I come from in these projects, which are terrible. But they were pulling them down, and they're all down now. They're all
Really? That's
yeah. Where I was, this crap place where I came from, like.
Stop glamorising it. You're becoming nostalgic.
No. But I mean, now is the highest penthouse in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, you would be amazed. There's £1.5 billion being spent there.
Really?
Yeah.
In the elephant?
At the Elephant.
Okay, I haven't been in London in a long time. I'm surprised.
I know,
to
you
hear-
sound like it.
Yeah, I know.
You've been in Scotland, now,
I've been in
haven't you?
Scotland now, every now and again. How's Sean doing? How's Sir Sean doing? Have you seen him recently?
No, I haven't seen him, but he was 80 about 2 weeks ago.
I can hardly believe that. He can
Yeah, he
still
was
beat
80,
me to a pulp with one hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
he
no,
beat up
he's-
people. Yeah. But he's 80 now, and I called him. And he was very ill, you know, really. Very ill. He lost 30 pounds.
Good Lord.
But I didn't know what was wrong with it. He had an infection in the tooth. And he says to me, he said, "Have you got any bridge work, Michael?" So
Did he say it? Would you like me to say it like
Yeah, yeah.
Have you got any bridge work, Michael?
Good, isn't it?
That's not bad.
So I said, "Well, yeah, I've got some, Sean." He said, "Well, have someone look underneath it."
Really?
Yeah, he said, because stuff was there, and he nearly died, Sean.
I've got some bridge work.
Have you? Have a look underneath it.
I can't right now, not until the commercials.
You're all right, I can tell.
I'll be all right, yeah.
It's all right.
No, I'll be fine. I always imagine you don't live in London now, do you?
I have an apartment in London.
I
I
always
live in the country. I live outside, like, I live about 40-minute drive from London, but I have an apartment in Chelsea Harbour.
Oh, it's nice there.
It's nice there, yeah.
But I always imagine you living in some kind of tropical island for some reason. I don't know why. I imagine you kind of sitting around with, you know, just like, you know, just drinks and girls with bikinis and...
No, I've been married to the same woman for 40 years.
Oh, no, I didn't think you were doing it. They were just bringing you drinks. I know.
No, but funny you should say that, because my wife is from a tropical island. She's from British Guiana.
Is it still cold there?
No, it's hot there.
No. I said, is it still cold that? And because of my accent, you said, is it cold there?
I thought you said, is it cold?
Which
we
actually
never understood the Scotsy
No,
English,
no,
you know?
it's...
We never understood them.
But the British Guiana, is it called British Guiana still?
There's three, isn't there? There's Dutch, French, and British Guiana.
Oh, right.
But she's actual fact, her parents emigrated. She's Kashmiri.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a Kashmiri, yeah.
That's rather nice.
Yeah, never given me a pullover, though.
Does she knit at all? Do you have a house in some kind of tropical island then, do you?
I have an apartment in South Beach, in Florida.
Well, that's fairly...
It is a tropical island, it's
What,
good.
South Beach?
South Beach, yeah.
It's kind of North Cuba.
Yeah, North Cuba, yeah. It's a bit like that, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like South Beach.
Have you ever been to Cuba?
No.
Are you saying that for legal reasons, or you've never actually been?
For several reasons.
Right.
I remember once I was in Florida and I had a restaurant in South Beach.
Right.
A long time ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, did you cook in it?
No.
All right.
No.
You just owned it?
I was the owner.
All right.
No, I owned it. I owned this restaurant in South Beach. And I had a friend, a Cuban friend, and I said to him, I'm thinking of going to Cuba.
Right.
And he said, don't. I said, why not? He said, they will burn your restaurant down if you go to Cuba.
Really?
Yeah. So
because you were, being friendly to Castro.
Yeah, being friendly to Castro. But I don't think it counts anymore.
No,
I think it's all going to be all right.
I think when Castro pops it'll be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. What, you hope he pops it, or you hope it'll be all right?
Both.
Bit of both. Yeah. I see where you're going with that. Yeah.
Well, you know how you do.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Are you making a film then? You doing anything right now?
That's why I'm growing a beard. I don't like beards, but I'm making a film called Mysterious Island. You know the Jules Verne story?
Yeah.
Mysterious Island.
The one about the mysterious island?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's great for me because I've just become 2 years ago, I became a real grandfather in real life.
Congratulations.
And I'm playing a grandfather in this.
Right.
And that's one first for me. And the other first is it's a film in 3D.
Really?
I've never made a film.
You have to be careful. The stuff could fly towards you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
You look like you've got a big nose.
No, it's all right. You'll be fine.
No, well, I've never seen a 3D movie, so I'm going to wait until this comes out and I'll go and see it.
It's probably just the same acting, isn't it? You don't have to do special like that.
I think you do a lot of that.
You have to do a bit of that?
Yeah.
Whoa. You're a natural.
Scottish.
Yeah. Now, where are you shooting Mysterious Island then?
In Hawaii.
Oh, lovely. I like it down there.
Yeah, I don't really know it. I'm shooting on an island called Oahu.
Oh, that's the main. That's where Honolulu is.
Big island. Yeah, it's where Honolulu and Waikiki Beach and all that. So it sounds good, doesn't it?
Waikiki.
How do you pronounce it then?
I think that's it. Waikiki. Yeah.
Any advance on Waikiki? I mean, yeah.
Waikiki. Oh, pardon me. Oh, you're such a. He's so smug.
Yeah.
Sitting there in the dark.
No, I think it'd be nice, and it's winter in England, so it's lovely.
That's why you took the film, isn't it?
No. No, I took the film because I have grandchildren now.
Right.
And I get to ride around on a giant bumblebee.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I thought with my grandson, when he's only 2, so he can't go and see it now, but eventually he's going to go, my grandchildren are going to see their grandfather riding around on a giant bumblebee. He's going to say to the kids at school, could your grandfather do that?
No, that's good. We have to take a break, do you mind?
No,
all right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with Michael Caine, everybody. Michael Caine. Welcome back. I'm here with Michael Caine, or he's here with me, actually.
I'm here with him, aren't I, really? Yeah. Because you're always here, I'm not.
That's true. I'm here every night. You're off.
So I must be here with you.
All right, that's enough. All right. Do you ever play the mouth organ, by the way?
No.
Do you want to start?
No.
You might want to give it a go.
No, I don't want to get Poison Bridge work.
You won't get Poison Bridge work. It's a perfectly clean.
Is it? No.
It's never been blown.
No. You're back to Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I'm back to
again.
Charlie Sheen, yeah.
I saw that out there.
He's a bit of a rascal. But, I mean, do you think people are actors are badly behaved or worse now than they were then, or they just get caught more now?
No, they get caught more.
Well, that's what I think,
yeah, because
too,
back then we didn't have the paparazzi, you didn't have all these magazines, you didn't have TV shows, Entertainment Tonight. You could do what you like.
Yeah.
And then the paparazzi came along and spoiled it all.
So are you saying to me it's conceivable that at a certain point in your life you may have been in a hotel room with a hooker locked in a closet yourself?
No.
Or something similar?
No, something similar, but not locked in the closet.
Not locked in the closet. No point putting them in the closet.
Well, it wouldn't have been a hooker either.
Yeah.
No, hookers, no. I've never been with hookers. I was always so conceited I couldn't pay for it.
Yeah.
Actors are very... She should be paying me.
Yeah. Well, also, it might not be conceited, it might just be frugal. You know, you come from a
but
poor
you're Scotch. You're frugal.
I'm frugal. I am frugal.
I'm Cockney. We're generous people. Cockneys...
Scottish people are generous too.
No, but Cockneys are generous because they haven't got anything.
Right.
So it's nothing to give away. So
well, that's why Scottish people don't go with prostitutes, because they're frugal. It's like,
they're frugal.
Oh, I would like to have sex, but I'm not paying for it. No. I'll just stay home and take care of myself.
Exactly. That's really frugal.
Oh, that's a bleak picture, isn't it?
Is it a bleak picture?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So, Hawaii, are you going to do any surfing or anything like that? Are you outdoorsy at all?
No, I'm not outdoorsy. I joined the... didn't join the army. I was dragged screaming into the army, and I was in it 2 years. We used to have national service in England. And I never did so much exercise in my life.
There's a lot of exercise in the army.
I was walking miles and running out mountains with 86-pound packs on my back and all. I was in the infantry.
All right.
And I thought, if I ever get out of this alive, I'm never going to do another bit of exercise as long as... And I got out just alive, and I've never done any exercise since.
Really don't do any exercise?
Well, no, I walk 4 or 5 miles a day, but that's... You know, I was an infantryman, so it's easy.
Right, all right.
Yeah.
Just with no backpack on or anything, or just walking? Yes.
No, I don't carry a pack, no. I have people to do that for me. I have a man with an 86-pound pack behind me.
Behind me, yeah. Well, you're Michael Caine, you don't need
Michael
that.
Caine,
yeah, you don't need that.
No.
Yeah, no, you're quite
you don't
right.
want to do that, no.
So what are you going to do down in Hawaii then, apart from shooting this giant bumblebee? What are you going to do apart from that?
I don't know.
Why are you on a bumblebee in the film anyway? What happens? Like,
well, because it's one of those things. Yeah, it's our friends, and the bumblebees come and help us when the dinosaur comes. Well, yeah, they would, wouldn't they?
They would.
If the dinosaurs come, the bumblebees come and help you.
Who will help us now that the dinosaurs are here?
Yeah.
Thank God the bumblebees made it.
The bumblebee comes, yeah. So it'll be fun, you know.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like a real nail biter, this one.
And then after that, I think probably do Batman.
Oh, another Batman, that's good, yeah. Hooray! Christian Bale again.
Yeah.
I like Christian Bale.
I like Christian Bale.
I think Christian Bale is great. Do you remember when they had that thing where they released the tapes of him being all angry on a film set?
Yeah.
And he got in trouble, and I went mad. I was like, you pay this guy to be unstable and crazy, right? And then when he's unstable and crazy, you go, oh, that's disgraceful. I mean, you pay him to be unstable and crazy.
But I wasn't surprised at that at all, because I used to have a very bad temper. I don't now. Right. But I used to. And, I mean, what Christian did was quite pale to what I would do sometimes. Yeah, he did about 10 minutes. I once did 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, but there was no one recording it. Well, I think they started and ran out of tape.
But I think what happens, though, if you ask an actor to be all kind of, you know, keyed up and tense, and they've been waiting around all day to be a certain way, and then you kind of, you know...
You know what worried me about that?
What?
That was a big special effects picture, right?
Right.
It takes ages for it to come out.
Right.
They recorded this during shooting, and the record never came on the television and the radio till the week it was being released.
Yeah.
Isn't that suspicious?
It is. It's almost as if the studio were in some way.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what they're like?
You know, I do.
Yeah.
They're slimy
Christian is a lovely
bastards,
boy.
yeah. He is nice, Christian.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
met him, but I've decided he's nice.
I know him very well. Take my word for it.
Yeah, no,
I'm his butler. I look after. I brought the boy up.
Yeah, you did. You're off. Well, you, Wait. He didn't really. He's just Michael Caine. He's fooled you with his acting. Again.
What?
Would you ever hang it up? Would you ever stop acting and direct or something like that?
No.
No, you're not interested?
No, your directors have to turn up every day and... You know what actors are like? You give them a script and they say, first thing they say, is the part big? And they look, oh, yeah, it's lovely and big. And then the next thing he looks at, how many days have I got off?
Yeah.
That's the way we look at it, yeah.
Is that how you look at it then?
Yeah, exactly,
How many days off?
Oh, blimey, yeah.
How many bumblebees do I have to ride in this picture?
And I ride a bumblebee for 2 days, but I do get a day off.
Well, your days off, what I'm saying is your days off in Hawaii, then what will you do? You won't do anything, you're just going to lie on the beach?
I'll go around and walk on the beach with my wife.
And the bloke behind you carrying the backpack?
You see this cover? I want to talk to you about that cover.
All right.
You see that cover? This was taken by... I went to pose for the cover. But this is really rather like life, I was thinking the other day. I went to pose for the cover, and for 2 hours, Terry O'Neill, my friend, and I, and I'm posing. He's got all the lights, you know, he's going, look, the bird, and then in the end, I said to him, no more photos, and he took the picture. And that's the picture.
That's nice, that. That's a lovely picture.
But life's like that. You try to do something, it doesn't work, and then suddenly, out of the blue, bang, it happens.
That's what this show is, pal.
Yeah. I know, I've seen it.
I'm telling you. I like these photographs, some great photographs of you. Oh,
yeah.
Look at that, the man who would be king. Look at that.
Yeah.
You and Sean.
Me and Sean, yeah.
Great, man. That's a great movie, that man who would be king.
A Man Who Would Be King, yeah, I loved A Man Who Would Be King.
That's a great film, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're out of time now, I'm just looking at the book now. Yeah, we're done, you're done, it's all right. You relax now, yeah.
Are we finished?
Oh, yeah.
Is this a commercial?
No, the commercials haven't started, we're just...
We'll start in a minute?
Yeah, they'll go in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything you need? Is something you want?
No.
I can get you a ShamWow or...
A what? ShamWow. Chamois.
Chamois, yeah. Well, they call them a ShamWow now.
A ShamWow?
Yeah, for the digital generation.
It's a type of camel, isn't it? A ShamWow?
Yeah, it's a transvestite camel, a ShamWow, yeah.
2 bumps.
I know. So Michael Caine, everybody. That's my favourite one. Now, let's see if you'd have come up to me in 1985 and said, hey, I'd be like, But you'd have said, hey, Craig, you know, what's going to happen to you is in a while you're going to get your own talk show in America and you'll be able to sit for 20 minutes and shoot with Michael Caine. I'd have said you were insane. But I just shot with Michael Caine for 20 minutes. I know.